Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. The situation here hasn't really changed, unfortunately, overnight, and I hope we start to see a little bit of movement today because tomorrow is Saturday, and even though we all like the weekend, typically the market isn't going to do much on the weekend, so it might very well be, if we don't see either a rally above resistance or a breakdown today, we'll probably hover in this range within this channel over the weekend, I assume. It is possible that we have in this C wave of the wave 2 already 3 waves complete, that this here is the 4th wave and we get one more high. Remember that we've been highlighting here this as an ABC structure. It currently looks perfectly textbook like an ABC structure where the A wave was a 5-wave move. The B wave was just a normal 3-wave structure. And the C wave is an ending diagonal. Okay, so this is unchanged from yesterday. The price is moving here in what you could consider an ascending wedge, or if we draw the trend line a little bit different, it looks more like a price channel. So, but that doesn't really matter so much. I think what is important, because we are expecting a top of some sort in this area, it is important to pay attention to the lower boundary line of this trend channel. And as soon as that breaks, it could indicate that this C wave is already over. And so at the moment, we see this only as an ABC corrective structure in a wave 2, which is a corrective wave and which should lead to a 3rd wave breakdown next. Okay, if that happens this week or next week, we will see, but that is the current expectation. In my opinion, the view that Bitcoin could have formed a lasting low is not wrong. It's not impossible. However, it's currently unfounded because we haven't got the signals. Yeah, we haven't got the indication. We haven't got the confirmation that we need to really, focus on that with more confidence. It's of course possible, and I need to highlight that again and again because looking at the bigger picture, as you know, we are tracking still bullish scenarios, and if we say that a wave 1, at least that's one possible scenario, and especially preferred as long as we're holding $22,000, if we say that this here was a wave 1, this was wave W, X, and we're coming down in a Y wave, the low could be in at any point. Actually, I'm just seeing that, no, this would be an ABC if it bottoms now. Because we had the A wave in 3 waves, the B wave was overshooting, and the C wave, now we actually have potentially 5 waves, okay, with the latest low. But again, let me know if you have any questions about that, but ultimately what we need to see 5 waves above resistance. So again, if this is an ABC, it could have bottomed. Also as a WXY, it could have bottomed, but as I said, we cannot confirm that low is in place without having the evidence on the chart. Always need to wait for evidence from an analysis point of view to highlight that a lasting low has been established. The possibility is of course there. It's entered the larger support area where we normally expect a turnaround. But so far, to confirm that, we need that signal, right? And also here, we have been watching for that signal. Not saying we've been waiting for it, but we've been watching for it. Because I said to you the same thing. This looks like a 3-wave structure to the upside. And just be aware that as long as we don't have 5 waves, I cannot confirm that a low has been made here on the 17th of August, and therefore we were expecting another low. And that lower low happened. And, it is the same thing all over again. At some point, we will see those 5 waves up, and then we will define a support area for a pullback, and then we can look at a long trade setup. Until then, to be honest, I know, a lot of people want to trade every single wave, but I thoroughly believe to try to trade every single wave in this market currently without waiting for high reliability setups is the wrong thing to do for most people. But ultimately, that's your decision. Oftentimes, it's just waiting. Yeah, it's oftentimes maybe even more important to know what not to trade compared to what to trade. Right? It's it can save you a lot of money. Because this is just choppy again, right? A lot of overlapping price action. But a break below the trend line could indicate that this 3rd wave is running. We're now in a potential short trade area, of course. but so far no indication that a top has been made very clearly. Okay, so at the moment I think as long as we're holding the trend line anyway, it should continue to move higher. Maybe one more wave up in this diagonal. The problem with these diagonals, you can always count them in a different way. Yeah, I could make this extend if I wanted to, but we'll see. I mean, a key target for the C wave, if it is a C wave, would be we take the length of the A wave, we go to the low of the B wave, and then we're looking for the 1-to-1 ratio, the 100% Fibonacci extension. That's at 27,450. It's no surprise that Bitcoin found some resistance here because it's a 61.8 extension, normally the very first and early target for the C wave. It always reflects a short C wave though. So I typically prefer the 1-to-1 ratio. So I wouldn't be surprised if it extends higher in the resistance area, but it takes a 5-wave move above resistance and even more importantly above the end of August high to indicate something more bullish is going on. And then I will highlight that and we have then five waves and we can work with that. Just be aware that obviously it can always extend higher as long as the local uptrend is running. But again, it's just that break above resistance we need to confirm it. What else? Yeah, not much more. I mean, to be honest, with the latest structure, if it goes above resistance, then it might be a 1-2 setup, basically an impulse and a correction, and a leading diagonal and a correction. Now, that would be a leading diagonal in a third wave. So 1, 2, and the wave 3 would be running. And this would be the wave 1 of the wave 3. But leading diagonals in a wave 3, they are not so frequent. So again, it all, for me currently, based on what I see, makes me lean towards this just a correction. But I can tell you, if this is a 1-2 setup, then it might break through like crazy when it does, okay? Because you have a 1-2, it's basically a charged chart. And the third wave, if it rallies, would take off quite a bit. And then you get a fourth and a fifth. But that would all be part of a larger degree third wave. Then we should get a 4 and a 5. So it could take us quite high. Just want to highlight that, okay? So still, though, it's technically impossible to confirm that a lower has been made without seeing those 5 waves. Even though as soon as we get above the August high, I think we have a valid end of August high. We have a valid breakout higher in a more bullish scenario. And then I would probably stop tracking the immediate downside. But I'll keep you updated about that. That will depend on the structure that is developing then. At the moment, I think we have to focus on what's in front of us, which is here this resistance area. That's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. As a channel member, you get access to the weekly live streams every Sunday. So in a couple of days, we've got our next member live stream, which always takes place at 5 p.m. UTC. You get access to our Discord and Telegram chat rooms and the educational content. And as a gold member, you get access to additional short-term Elliott Wave market updates, even in between videos. So maybe see you there. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.